Hey everybody, it's me Jake again. I'm going to be showing you guys a really quick video today. Just something that I had trouble doing when I began sculpting with Blender, and I think it'll be useful to you guys real quick and not a hugely involved thing to pay attention to. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to remove a part of your horse or sculpture that you don't want to be there anymore. I have my Bronte sculpture in front of me, and so we're going to use him as an example. And I'm going to be removing his tail just to show you how I would go about doing that if I wanted to put a new tail on him, or if I felt that that part of the mesh was compromised and I didn't want to trash the whole sculpture. On Brontes specifically, I don't have the mane and tail as separate meshes. They are the same mesh as the rest of his body. So this is really useful if you can't just click and delete those objects. So first, I'm going to go into object mode. I have Brontes selected right now. What I'm going to do is go up here to add a mesh, and I'm going to add a UV sphere, which is the base sphere model that you start out most sculptures with. Just going to take the scale tool, scale it up a little bit, and then move it right over his tail like this. Bring it up. Just get it as close to covering most of the tail as I possibly can. Alright, now that I have that there, I make sure to have just the sphere selected. I'm going to go back into sculpt mode. I'm going to make sure I have my x-axis mirroring turned off, which I do. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sphere and cover as much of the tail as I possibly can without cutting into the rest of his body. Just going to take it like this. Just make sure I'm covering what I need to cover. And pull it away from his actual haunches here. Alright. So now once I have this encompassing the majority of his tail, I'm going to go back into object mode. I'm going to deselect from the sphere. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is select Brontes, not the sphere. I'm going to go over here to this menu, click on, I have this little tool icon selected, click add modifier, go down to Boolean, click on Boolean, make sure I have it set to difference and that I have Brontes selected, not the sphere. Then I'm going to use this little eyedropper tool to select the sphere as the second object. It'll take a second to load if you have something that's highly detailed. Alright, now it's ready. Now I'm just going to click apply. And wait for that to load. There we go. It should close out once the Boolean operation has applied. Now I can click on this sphere, pull it out, and look, I have no more tail, just a hole where the tail used to be. So now I can right click and delete the sphere. And you can add a whole new tail on now. If you are, here I'll show you, I'll select Brontes, go into edit mode, where you'll be able to see that the vertices on the tail portion here now are different. See how tight and numerous those are, and then this has just got a couple loose faces that are quite large. So what I can do to combat that is I can go back into sculpt mode, and I can just click good old remesh and remesh my Brontes. Wait for that to work. It'll take a minute because he's a big old file. Alright, now if I take my smooth tool, turn that up, because he's got a lot of vertices, I can just smooth that whole area back out, and he is good to go to add another tail. And I can do that either by re-stretching the mesh and adding a new tail in that way, or I can go back into object mode, add a new spherical mesh, and just attach that to him. So that's a really simple way to get rid of a part of a sculpture you don't like. You could do it with a whole tail. You could do it with his head if you wanted to replace it with a different head that you had sculpted. Pretty much any part of the mesh that you want to get rid of, you can get rid of using that Boolean difference. It's also good for making sure that your horse fits into their base. If you plan on putting in a base, you, in that case, would select the base as the main mesh, and then select the body of your horse as the second mesh in the Boolean difference, and then it will just cut out whatever part of your horse is setting on that base so that you can really slot it down in there to the correct size. Real simple little tutorial for you guys today. I hope it was helpful for you. And I hope that you guys are still enjoying all these videos that I'm putting out. I have more that should be coming out soon. I have my little how-to 3D print for model horses guide coming out. And if you guys have any other small little tutorials like this that you'd like me to cover, please comment below and let me know, and I will get to as many of those things as I possibly can. Thank you for being a patron. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you in the next video.